Welcome to the Barebow Project podcast, developing fundamental skills for barebow archers and bringing the excitement of competitive barebow archery to you through the lens of some of the best archers and coaches in the world.
With S3DA and shooting barebow, the sky is literally the limit.
Have fun. Like, no one's judging you or watching you shoot unless your parents are there.
In this episode, we join our host, Frank Madonna, owner of Grass Hollow Archery and Level 3 NTS coach, along with multi-IBO and ASA champion and USA Archery team member, Fawn as they introduce us to some amazing youth barebow archers.
Welcome to the first ever kids podcast for the Barebow Project. That's kind of exciting. So my co-host, well, no, I'm the co-host. Fawn's the host. It's Fawn Gerard. Clap it up for Fawn.
Woo!
And so tonight, I'm sorry, it's Olivia, right?
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say, Olivia and Maggie. Who's your other shooter here? I keep forgetting because it's.
Well, I wish Maggie was my other shooter, but we got Abby.
Abby, that's right. I'm not Maggie, Abby. Abby,
Yeah.
I keep seeing Sarah and I keep wanting to say Sarah, so I'm sorry if I do say that tonight.
Oh, we can't hear you there, Abs.
So anyways, Maggie is one of my shooters. I know that a couple other little shooters, younger kids, are going to be logging in. I know Logan and Ashley are supposed to be hopping on when they get home. They just left here a little bit ago for practice. So, but this podcast is all about you guys, and it's about how your S3DA Nationals went. But I have a couple of special guests here, as you could probably see. One of which is our operations manager from S3DA, Holly Helton. Hello, Holly. Can you say hello to everyone?
Sorry, I was muted. Hey guys, how are you?
That's okay, no worries. And then another one is my good younger buddy from Australia, from down under, and that's Hugo Lobb. Can you say hello, Hugo?
G'day, everyone.
So I don't know if you guys know who Hugo is. Maggie, I know you do because we've talked about Hugo before. Hugo came with Mike Fisher, who was a previous winner of the Lancaster Archery Classic. He came to the Classic this year, and shot against the rest of us in the men's class. Thankfully, I didn't see Hugo in the elimination rounds, but I think we both left the eliminations in the same round anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
But Hugo is definitely a great up-and-coming barebow kid, but he's from another country. So we invited Hugo to kind of drop in on barebow in his country and talk about it. Hugo, are you 16 now?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you driving?
No.
Not quite, because we've got, with the lockdowns and everything, I can't get into any spots to get my license or anything, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah.
Well, I know. If I lived in Australia, I'd be happy about that. I don't want you on the road. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So anyway, we have, it looks like Jen joined us. Hey, Jen, I don't know how I missed you. Nice to see you.
I'm not on your email, but Coach told me, so I was like, oh, I really just want to check it out.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's all good. So is Daniel, who is your coach? Is it Jim?
Yeah, Jim. When I started, yeah. Right.
Jim Laird, right? Is that how he says his last name?
Laird.
Laird. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he helped me get started and got me into competition archery, and he hadn't helped me coach me that much recently, but we're just great friends.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I wasn't sure, and I wanted to ask you, and I missed Jim at S3DA Nationals and stuff. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk to Holly. I want Holly to tell us all about S3DA and kind of what your future is. And we want to make sure that you guys understand the breadth of what's available to you as you guys move forward in barebow. And then once we're going to talk to Hugo a little bit about Barebow in Australia. And then Fawn is going to bring some questions to the table for you guys. But before we go and do anything else, I want you guys to tell us, we're just going to kind of check in. And on our check-in, I want you to tell me who you are, how long you've been shooting Barebow, and I hope I'm not stealing any of your questions, Fawn. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And how you did at S3DA Nationals, okay? All right, so we're going to go on my screen, and we're going to start with Daniel because you're the top right on my screen. So who you are, where you're from, and how you did at S3DA Nationals.
All right, I'm Daniel Collins, and I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I've been in Barebow for a year and a half, and I won the S3DA Nationals. I shot 8 up over the weekend.
Nice, man. You get like the Zoom fist bump. There you go. Good job. All right, so now we're going to go to Olivia. Olivia, the screen just changed. It's like the screen juggles around or something. I don't even know. So now you are on my right. So go ahead. You tell me how you did.
Okay.
And everything.
I'm Olivia Bellamy. I'm from Leesburg, Ohio. I've been shooting Barebow for about a year, and I got second at Nationals.
Congratulations. You shot very well. And who's your coach, by the way?
Fun.
I know.
She's one of the Fawnettes.
She's one of the Fawnettes.
Yes.
You guys got to get like yourself shirts that says like the Fawnettes on it or something like that.
We really do.
Bright orange jackets.
There you go.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna go down the bottom left, and I see Maggie. Maggie, tell us the details.
So my name is Maggie Brensinger. I've been shooting Barebow for a little over a year, and I shot 10 up the first day of S3DA Nationals, and the second day, it not quite as good, not quite as solid, but it was still pretty good. And I took first place.
So you two
Awesome
shot together. You guys shot together, didn't you? You shoot in the same group, right?
Yes.
Olivia and Maggie, yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia and Maggie. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's kind of cool that you guys are both here together. I think it's great. Do you guys have fun?
Yes.
You had a good time? I know. I heard a lot of laughing and all kinds of ruckus coming from your target. I can't imagine why. All right. We got one more young lady I see down the bottom. Abby. Oh, hold on, kiddo. I think you're on mute. Let me see.
Oh, she is on mute.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, we can't hear her. I'll tell you what. Maybe she can type it into the comment or in the chat.
I was going to say, I know Abby.
Well, go ahead. You go ahead, Fawn.
And she's 11, and she's from the Cincinnati area, and she's an amazing shooter, and she took first place.
Woohoo!
So she did really well. First day, she said, third target in, she had something go wrong with her rangefinder to where her rangefinder wasn't working properly.
Oh, no.
And so she was kind of flustered by that. Ended up shooting even with somebody else that day. And then she borrowed a rangefinder from one of our other coaches, and then she totally turned it on. So
Nice.
she came back from, something that's pretty devastating when it's known yardage. She really adapted and overcame the problem. So very proud of her.
That's outstanding.
Now can we hear you, Abby?
Can you hear me now?
Yay! Yeah, there you are.
Mom's phone.
All right. So go ahead, Abby. Even though Fawn just gave us all the details, you go ahead and tell us.
Okay, my name's Abby Bartlett. I live in Ross, Ohio. I've been shooting Barebow for 2 years, and I won S3DA Nationals.
Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
That's outstanding. So now, as we come through, we kind of went through some brief introductions. So, Miss Holly, welcome to the Barebow Project.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. So Holly recently took over as the operations manager, and I reached out to Holly about this because the Barebow class has been growing with S3DA. Just in 2 years, it's grown quite a bit, even in lieu of COVID. And we're seeing not just that, but Daniel, you shot an amazing score for 2 days. I know you were like, oh, well, it's a little closer than I'm used to, but at the same time, like it's still that's legit shooting. Maggie, you managed to shoot an amazing day 1 and a solid day 2 as well. And we're seeing we're seeing this increase in talent and skill and maturity. I would say maturity as competitors as well. Absolutely. So what's cool about that is that you guys have a future in Barebow. You have a future in archery in general. And that's what Holly's going to talk to you guys about today. Okay? Holly, the stage is yours.
Absolutely. So yeah, like he said, with S3DA and shooting Barebow, the sky is literally the limit. Whether you want to go to college and shoot archery in college, which I wish that they would have had that when I was in school.
Amen to that.
That's really what I would have done. There are so many college scholarships out there for archery right now. And, being on the podium is great and it's amazing and that really gets your name out there, but they're not only looking at podium finishers. I actually surveyed all of the collegiate archery programs in the United States that offer scholarships in the last month. And over 60% of their roster for the upcoming year came from S3DA kids. So that's huge. So they are at these tournaments, at these national events, recruiting you guys, coming to state events, watching you shoot, and you don't even know it. They're back there in the background. So that's just a chance for you guys to go to college, possibly and probably for free. Outside of that, just continuing a life in archery, whether you want to go to our partners and shoot with USA Archery, ASA, NFAA, any of those organizations, you absolutely have the chance to. And then one very exciting part for me, which I don't know if you guys can tell all these dead animals in the background of my house, the elk and the deer and stuff, we're really starting to promote bow hunting, so conservation. So giving you guys more opportunities, hopefully starting next month, to transition, or not really transition, but to do both, to do competitive archery and to get out in the field and see if you like to hunt and enjoy a lifetime of archery with that. So yeah, like he said, with S3DA and shooting Barebow, it's definitely a growing category. Coaches have their eye on you guys, I promise you. So the sky is absolutely the limit.
Good stuff. Good stuff. How many guys, just show a hand, how many of you would like to shoot archery in college? Awesome. Good. All right. Hey, so we got a couple more. I think we have the world's smallest barebow shooter and her brother down in the bottom right of my screen. That would be Logan and Ashley Wamsley. Can you guys take yourselves off of mute?
Hi, guys.
Hey. So, hey, you guys missed introductions, and I want you to introduce yourselves quick. I want you to say who you are, how long you've been shooting, and how you did at nationals.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi, my name is Logan. I have been shooting for 2 years, and I got first place in nationals.
Oh, buddy. And?
My name is Ashley, and I've been shooting for about a year, and I got third place at nationals.
Good job.
Thanks, Ash. Good job. Ashley, how old are you?
9. In September, I'm turning 10.
Yep. So she is probably one of our younger shooters, I think, at nationals. I'm not 100% sure. But if you guys saw a picture I shared a couple of weeks ago of a little blonde hair, blue eye girl going like this, that yes photo from nationals in 2019. Actually, I think S3DA, you guys might have jumped all over that photo at one point and shared it too.
We did.
That's the little nugget that I get to coach, and she makes every practice absolutely entertaining. Logan, you do too. Maggie, teenagers.
It's all about having fun.
It is about having fun. So Holly, with that, how many colleges does S3DA have a relationship with in totality? Like what is the amount of exposure that they have access to?
There are 21 collegiate programs across the country right now that offer scholarships, and we have access to the coaches for all of those. So every collegiate program out there, they've got their eyes on our kids.
That's good. And I think that's what I think the kids need to know, and kids, parents as well, coaches maybe that are new, or coaches out there that are in Barebow, because Barebow has very much has been like a USA Archery, World Archery theme as far as like everything that we cover. And S3DA is just sort of this, it's starting to grow. And I also want the families and the shooters that are involved in the JOAD side of things to know that S3DA is there, and those programs can run parallel to each other seamlessly with no issues. And I encourage coaches out there, and if you have questions, reach out to me, and I will point you in the right direction to make sure that happens. Because that's what we do, and it works, and it's fun. And my wife is texting me. And it's just, it's super important for them. There's another face that some of you may or may not know. I know Maggie does. Amelia Chumber down there in the bottom of my screen. Can you say hello, Amelia?
Hi.
Amelia is in the UK. So we have another Barebow shooter guest who is here. Amelia shot the Classic last year as well. I had the pleasure to work with Amelia one evening here at Grass Hollow Archery. She came for a visit, and it was pretty awesome. Got to meet her and her coach and her mom. Amelia, can you tell us how long you've been shooting Barebow?
I've been shooting Barebow for a year and a half, I think. I'm not really sure.
Okay. And in that year and a half, let's see. Well, how about you? How did you finish up at the Classic? You shot in the women's category.
Women's, I think I came 7 or 8. I can't actually remember. And in the Cubs, I came first.
Yeah.
Amazing. Very good.
Yeah, you shot very well. Hugo, can you take yourself off of mute quick? Can you tell everyone exactly how long you've been shooting Barebow as well?
I've been shooting Barebow coming up to 8 years now.
Wow, Goga.
Yeah. yeah, it's been a while. A lot of fun along the way. I ended up, I think, 16 in men's at Lancaster, and ended up 7th or 8th at Vegas.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you did go to Vegas, and you shot well. What did you shoot in Vegas for your 3 days or your 3 days?
First 2 days was just 270s, just solid. And then the third day it went a bit downhill, 260 on the last day.
Yeah,
pressure.
Well, 260 is downhill for you, but for a lot of people, 260 is really, really. They're happy with that.
He's been shooting Barebow longer than I have.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Kid's been around. How did you? I'm trying to remember. What did you shoot at the Classic? What was your qualification score?
Qualification score was right around the 540s.
40s?
Oh yeah, 541. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. So I mean, you're 16, but you don't shoot like a normal 16-year-old that shoots indoors. Well, which is one of the reasons I want them to know who you are, because I think you're going to be around Barebow a long time. And you shoot very well, and you are mature, and you handle yourself well. And in my opinion, it's what all kids should be striving for, to be able to handle themselves that way and to be calm and collective. And I think you do a very good job at that. So just throwing that out there. So at any rate, you're welcome. You're very welcome. See, and you're polite. So imagine that. Fawn.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think we should ask these goofy kids about
I
their?
want to know if I want to know why they chose Barebow, because they could have chose anything. They could have chose compound. They could have chose crossbow. They could have chose longbow, recurve, whatever. They could have chose anything, and they chose Barebow. Why did they choose Barebow?
Why don't you go on based off of your screen? Go like right to left or something, all the way down to the bottom.
So it's I can't even think right now. Hugo, why did you choose Barebow?
So when I was first starting out in archery, my mum was the one who was, doing all the organizing stuff and getting me into it. And she sort of figured that before I start learning how to use a sight, learning how to do all this extra stuff, I just learn the basic one first. Just get that one sorted, and then you can give the other ones a go. And from there I just fell in love with Barebow and haven't looked back.
Good deal. What about you, David? It's David, right? No. Yeah, Daniel. Sorry. I knew I was wrong.
For me, it was just about hunting. I wanted to kill a deer with recurve. And then from there, it was just, I was pretty good at it. So then I got a CD riser and then just went full force into Barebow competition.
Awesome.
Nice, man.
So hunting.
Yeah, hunting.
Good deal. Olivia.
I was given 2 starter Barebows for Christmas one year, and then just moved forward from there. That's about it.
Okay, Maggie.
I shot a couple years, and I still do. I shoot for the National Archery in the Schools program, which is, if you don't know, a basic compound, which is basically a barebow but with a compound body. So I figured maybe it would be nice to shoot instinctual, but a different type of instinctual, since NASP bows they don't have a sight. It's basically a barebow, just built a little differently.
It doesn't have the draw stop or any of that stuff, just like Barebow does. It's Genesis, right?
Doesn't.
Genesis.
Yeah, the Genesis doesn't. No, and you're not allowed to have those in NASP.
Yeah, no draw stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good transition for you coming from shooting NASP into Barebow, and I'm glad you said that, Maggie. It's I think a lot of families don't realize the opportunity out there. And while we're saying that, and for those that are listening, if you shoot NASP right now, USA Archery is doing a promotional membership for anyone who is in NASP, that they can get a free membership for an annual membership for USA Archery. So just something,
awesome.
Yeah, something to put out there.
Also do that for the S38 kids.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, there you go.
What? All right.
All right, Abby, why'd you pick Barebow?
I picked Barebow because when I shoot it, I feel like there's more of a challenge without a sight, and I really like feeling that challenge when I shoot.
Amelia, what do you think? You're muted, honey.
I never really liked the look of the recurve. It always looks like too much stuff. So I've always shot barebow from the start, and I haven't really changed. I feel like it's more of a challenge compared to anything else until the other week I shot recurve.
Okay, cool.
Ashley, Logan, I guess you're the last ones, right?
Yep.
The reason I started Barebow was, I shot compound first, and I shot that for a year. Then I recurve bow, and I was still to fix my pin, and so then my daddy, he just took everything off and said, "Here, shoot." with this. And I was like, I like barebow better. I think it's more more challenging and better.
What about
Ashley?
you, Ashley?
I started barebow because I was looking at Logan and I was like, I want to shoot that kind of bow, and so I started it.
Ah, good deal.
Yeah. So, hey, Logan, I got something to tell you. You know why I started barebow? Because of you.
Why?
Because of you. Did you know that? You're Logan. You
Thank
are
you.
the single reason that I started shooting barebow, so that I knew how to coach you. 'Cause
Ah,
I didn't know anything about barebow at all, and then when you started, and we noticed how good you were, I decided to take on barebow myself, so I understood what you were going through, and then before I knew it, I kind of just fell in love with shooting barebow, and it's absolutely my favorite form of archery to shoot now.
awesome.
So
That's pretty cool.
how about them apples?
That is pretty cool.
So what else you got, Fawn?
So I got a zinger for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. For you guys, I mean, I know like Olivia and Abby and even Maggie. I've talked with Maggie a little bit, and I know that we have fun, but there's a lot of kids out there that I have they range from, sometimes I have 3-year-olds that have bows in their hands, when I do my stuff, and there's kids that are coming up and they're afraid. They don't know what to expect. So if you have is there any advice that you would give to a new shooter that isn't quite, I shoot with my dad in the backyard, but I'm not sure I want to do this, or, I want you to give them some advice, because I can talk to him all day long. Frank can talk to him all day long. We're adults. We don't know anything. So it's one of those things, if you kids could give another kid or another person some advice on shooting and why to choose archery, what would it be? All right, Daniel, go.
I would just say that like everybody in archery is extremely nice, and they're not watching you to criticize you, and it's all about having fun. So don't worry about what other people are thinking, and just shoot your shot, because they don't care as much as you think they do, and it's just all about having fun.
Okay. How about you, Hugo?
Oh, this is a big question. I reckon, yeah, similar to Daniel, it's such an amazing community. Everyone's so nice. Going over, like, for me, going over to Lancaster and Vegas and all that, I've made amazing friends through that. And people who have had such a big impact on me and are just fantastic people. Yeah, I can't even count the list of fantastic people I've met through archery. It's just amazing. And the sport itself is just such good fun. It's relaxing. It's almost like a form of meditation for me. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Fine, good deal. All right, Olivia, take us off of mute.
I just think it's really fun to travel different places and meet a lot of new people, because everyone is just so nice. I've met a lot of new people. I'm really happy I met Maggie.
That's
Oh,
good.
you guys are fast friends. Cool.
Yep.
All right, Maggie, what kind of advice would you give a new shooter?
Don't go into it having any expectations for yourself whatsoever, because you're beginning with it. You can't really have that baseline until you've shot for at least a little bit. I mean, you'll find yourself having a lot more and lots pressure or stress if you just have fun with it. I mean, we're all here doing the same thing. No one's judging you. No one's like, oh, who's that? That's not how Barebow is. Just don't have any expectations for yourself in the beginning. And even sometimes after a little bit, don't have any expectations for yourself. Everyone goes at their own pace.
Right. I always tell the girls that this is your personal best because you've never shot this course before. Even if you've been on that same course, it's not the same. So it's your personal best no matter what you do.
That's good.
Amelia, do you have any advice for any of these younger kids?
I think they should do it if they enjoy it. You create so many friends along the journey. It don't really matter how old they are, whether they're young or old. They're always a bit of a laugh. You get so much help along the way as well. There's so many people so supportive of what you shoot and how you shoot it.
Very good.
I don't know what else.
That's good. That's all right. All right, Abby, you got any advice?
Yeah. So I would tell them to just go try it out with no expectations about how they need to shoot or if they need to place. And after a little bit, once they start getting good and they start getting medals, they'll be really, really happy to have something awarding them for their shooting.
Good deal. All right, Ashley and Logan.
I'd tell them that just have fun, be calm, be collective, and have fun. Like, no one's judging you or watching you shoot unless your parents are there.
Ashley, you got something?
Advice is just have fun. Like, if you get a miss, don't worry about it. Move on to the next arrow. It doesn't matter how you shoot unless you have fun.
Doesn't matter unless you're having fun. You got it.
Great advice.
All right, I have one more question. Who is your all-time favorite barebow shooter?
Ooh.
All right, Daniel, who's your all-time favorite barebow shooter?
Probably Dwayne Martin.
Oh, I do like Dwayne a lot too.
Dwayne's a good guy.
Okay, Hugo. It's probably Michael, isn't it?
No, probably Frederick Lundmark, the Swedish guy. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
That's because you're almost as tall as he is.
Yeah.
No, he's still a fair bit taller than me.
All right, Olivia, who's your favorite? And you don't have to say me.
I know, but I want to say you.
You're so sweet.
You're my favorite shooter, Fawn.
Oh. All right, Maggie, who's your favorite barebow shooter?
That's a really tough question. I have a lot of favorites, but
all right, name 3.
Alex Melnick from Canada.
Okay.
He's very funny.
He's hilarious.
He is funny.
Frank.
Thank you. I can't believe you said Alex before me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Alex is hilarious. Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's absolutely
Oh
hilarious.
my gosh.
And who else?
You don't have to name
Calvin
it.
Smock.
Calvin Smock. There you go. He's a good guy too.
He is a good guy.
My lights keep going off.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that the storm coming in, Fawn?
No, I'm sitting in my classroom.
Oh.
And if there's no movement, then the
I
lights
see.
go off. Yeah, motion detectors. Amelia, who is one of your favorite shooters?
I think, probably John Demmer or Frank or my coach Richards. I'm not really sure. It's a really difficult question.
Okay, cool. Well, I just kind of trying to figure out who
John
you guys all
Demmer.
know.
Who's he?
I don't know.
Who is
It's
he?
some guy who looks, well, at least he shaved last time.
He
and
did
cut his
shave.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Abby, who's your favorite shooter? Or one of them, anyway.
You're my favorite shooter.
No hesitation there.
Ah, she's one of my girls. Who else do you like?
John Demmer.
That guy. That
Oh,
guy
and
again.
That guy, I don't get it. I don't understand what that
I
is.
don't know.
Like Jay Lamoka from archery.
Okay. Ashley and Logan, who's you guys' favorite shooters?
John Demmer and Frank.
Oh.
We could do Frank, but I don't know. We got to get rid of this John Demmer character.
Who is this guy that they keep
I don't
talking
know.
about?
We gotta figure out who he is.
I heard he shoots compound.
I heard he shoots everything.
Shoots the no, forget it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Holly, who's your favorite shooter? And it doesn't have.
Oh,
Hey, you
she's
gotta
on
unmute
mute.
yourself.
All of these kids, they're my favorite.
Hey,
My
that's a
kids
great
are my
answer.
shooters.
That's a good answer.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
I love this. All right. That's about all I got.
That's about all you got?
Yeah,
That's
because you
about all I
covered a
got.
bunch of it. So
Oh, I did. I'm so sorry.
that's all right.
I
I love putting them on the spot, though.
Yeah. Kids, before we go, do you have any questions for Holly or maybe Amelia and Hugo, since they're barebow shooters from other countries? For us, anything you want to know? If I could tell you anything before we go, I do have a lot of friends who are college coaches, and I will tell you, I know I've had this conversation with Maggie, but if the opportunity does come for you to go to college, it is very important that you are able to shoot more than just one discipline. That I will tell you. So I would be prepared to be able to pick up a compound and shoot it, and or maybe even Olympic recurve. You don't have to, but it's good to be able to do that, because when the college format, look at Abby down there shaking her head. She's like, no way, I won't do it. I won't do it. I'll get cooties. I'm not touching a compound.
Yeah. I'm never gonna even touch it.
But I'll tell you why, though. Let me just explain. It's because in the college format, your team gets points in collegiate competitions for where you can get placement. So say you're like a fourth shooter, but you know that you can go in and get points for your team. It's about a team thing. It's not about you.
It's about being flexible.
Yeah, it's about
being a flexible shooter.
That's right. And honestly, the more well-rounded you are as a shooter, the more appealing and the more opportunity there could be for you to go shoot at a Texas A&M, a JMU, some of these schools that have scholarship opportunities. I'm pretty sure both of those do. I'm not 100% sure. But
yeah, and I know with Olivia, they're already, she's only going to be a sophomore this year, but they're already starting to watch and they're already asking questions. And I know you said with Maggie too, they're already watching you guys. They're already asking, hey, because they have to be juniors before they can actually pursue them, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
So you guys still have another year to really impress some people. So
yeah.
But and on the same side of that, and Maggie, you touched upon it a little bit. The only people out there putting pressure on you is you. And the most important thing is to remember that you have to have fun, and you have to be able to have fun even when it's not going so good. And there are going to be times when it's not going to go so good.
There's lots of those times.
A lot of those times. And it's all about just being in the moment, one arrow at a time. And if it's indoors, it's one arrow 60 times, or maybe a 3D tournament, it's one arrow 30 times, or whatever the format is, and just separating those arrows. And I've said this to Maggie. Maggie come running up to me at the Classic. I think she shot like a 32. You remember, for those of you who haven't shot it, they score 11s at the Classic for the X. And she shot a 32 on one end. And I was like, oh, yeah, good job. Gave her a fist bump, boom. And then I said, forget about it. And she just looked at me.
Move on.
I said, you got to move on. I mean, good job. I'm proud of you, but I don't care. Move on. Do it again. But stop thinking about the 32, because that's when expectations creep in. And then you creep in and think about, oh, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. But you're thinking about the score and not thinking about the process that got you that score.
Exactly.
Whether it's the shot process or the mental process, so on and so forth. So you know, the better you become at dealing with those things, the good and the bad, because they parallel each other. You can't have success if you don't experience failure. And yet, how you deal with that failure and learn from it is what makes you a better shooter. So you guys just remember that as you move forward. Rely on your coaches. You know, Fawn, you've done an amazing job with the girls that you coach, and I hope your program and I hope that the kids that you get access to can see this and understand that the opportunities that are out there. Holly with S3DA, thank you so much for joining us and talking to them, and sort of, you know, giving Barebow a little bit of attention. We're probably traditionally have been one of the smaller classes, but I think that's going to change, and that's what our goal is. So we want to make sure that S3DA understands our appreciation from the Barebow community of what you guys are doing for us and for these kids. So, all right, that's about all I got. Fawn, anything?
Just keep shooting straight. Keep having fun. Because if you guys keep having fun, you're going to keep rocking out. So, and just know that Frank is always here. I'm always here. I think most of you guys know how to get a hold of me. So if you ever have a question, we are here for you. So just know that you have a good support system out here for you.
Absolutely.
So just absolutely just keep having fun. And we want to hear some whooping in the with 3D. You guys have to whoop it up in the woods for me.
All right, kiddos. If you guys have any questions, guys and girls? Nothing?
Ladies.
Ladies? Nothing? All right, well, get out of here then.
Thank you guys for being here. Have fun at school.
All right, yes. Have fun at school. We'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.